Thousands of UN climate scientists came out saying that we have 12 years to radically transform every part of our economy and society to stop the climate crisis.
Hi, I'm Destiny Grigsby. I'm 17 years old. There are people around the world that are suffering because of this, and it's a life or death situation.
Varshini Prakash, I'm the executive director of Sunrise Movement.
And I think there was this overwhelming sense of, like, where are the adults in the room? Sunrise Movement is building an army of young people to stop the climate crisis and create millions of good jobs for our generation. We are going to be building the largest youth political force this nation has ever seen.
We need everyone to participate.
Every day, I feel like I have to take a couple minutes to step back and say, holy shit, we're really doing this.
The Sunrise Movement started in the summer of 2017. When a small group of young climate activists came together with a bold idea: to create a movement big enough to match the size of the threat from climate change.
When we were in the planning stages for Sunrise Movement, we saw that the generation above had put us in this mess and hadn't done anything about it.
More than 7,000 anti-Vietnam War demonstrators parade.
So we spent about a year studying contemporary social movements, historical examples of powerful social movements like the Civil Rights Movement, LGBTQ movements, anti-Vietnam War movements. And so we must have been a little crazy to be thinking that we could do something like replicate our generation's Vietnam era level of mobilization. But frankly, that's what's necessary.
What do we want now? Freedom, freedom, freedom.
In prayer, we find ourselves here in hope. In prayer, we're right here.
They focused on a plan to stop climate change and create millions of jobs.
1, 2, 3, Green New Deal!
Built support from thousands of people across the country, and took action.
Environmental activists joined by Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez occupied Nancy Pelosi's office, supporting what they're calling a Green New Deal.
Our party needs to work for us, not for the 1% and the wealthy.
To bolster their action, Sunrise approached politicians with progressive stances on climate. They found an ally in newly elected Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
This is about unity, this is about solidarity, and this is about the fact that we are going to make a better future for our kids, and we know that she's going to be there with us. That's what this is about.
I think we were completely blown away by how successful it was. That really put the Green New Deal on the map.
The Pelosi sit-in brought national attention, and Sunrise Movement hubs began springing up across the country.
All of our local politicians have the chance to do something about this. They have a chance to stand with the Green New Deal, and they have a chance to fight for our futures. But they're choosing not to. So it's up to us and acknowledge the power that we have as young people. Thank you. Being low income, being Hispanic, being a woman, and all these identities that are discriminated against and marginalized. Climate change affects it all.
Busy 24 hours, potential flooding, rain, and then this. And you can see the data showing some strong to severe storms.
Standing up for climate change is the only way to create a livable future, and it's the only way to kind of fix almost all of the problems that we have here.
Only 20 months after Sunrise began, Varshini was invited to the State of the Union by her own senator, Ed Markey of Massachusetts.
You're a beast. We're told that this is way too ambitious every minute of every day. I would say we're more based in reality than the vast majority of politicians in office right now.
We have a green generation that's on the march. And now over the hill, the cavalry is coming.
Right.
The millennials are arriving.
Yeah.
And they're saying, we're going to now partner to beat all of the people wearing MAGA hats.
Totally.
President Trump did not mention climate change in his address.
This is my process.
Just 2 days later, Senator Markey and Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez formally introduced a Green New Deal resolution, a plan to move towards 100% green energy, guarantee jobs for all Americans, and fight climate change. This was the beginning of what Sunrise had been fighting for.
Green New Deal is a 10-year plan to mobilize every aspect of our society, or billions of people are lost to the oceans forever. True. Bummer.
The solution is not going to come from just one congresswoman from the Bronx. It's going to come from all of our representatives as a country, and to put it at the top of the agenda, not the bottom of the agenda. So thank you all very, very much.
How important is it to you that nuclear not be one of the solutions?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna come back to you.
Okay,
yeah,
thank you very
thanks, yeah.
I'm getting hounded on nuclear. What's y'all's line on that?
Oh my God! Hi. So we have a live stream right now broadcast
To thousands of people from Sunrise Movement.
Oh,
Would you be
amazing.
willing to share a word with them?
Absolutely. Thank you all of the activists at Sunrise across the country. If all of those young people were not sleeping in a church 20 minutes out to come here during orientation, who knows if we would be here right now.
Sunrise and the Green New Deal continued to gain momentum. But the proposal also faced immediate opposition.
The Democrat Party has taken a hard left turn.
Critics from both parties said it was too broad, too unrealistic, or would hurt the economy.
Shutting down the single most vibrant part of the entire U.S. economy, which is the energy sector.
You come in here and you say it has to be my way or the highway. I don't respond to that.
Republican Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell announced he would bring the resolution to a vote in an apparent effort to stop the movement in its tracks. Sunrise planned an emergency action.
McConnell has said that he's going to rush the vote for the Green New Deal as early as next week. I'm going to fly out to D.C. with some other Kentuckians. Mom, have you washed my Sunrise shirt yet? We're going to occupy his office. I'm good. This is not the way to do this.
So you all will walk in together. This is the doorway.
Oh, this is the space? Like this tape? Okay. That is D for door.
The night before their planned protest, they walked through the sit-in.
Okay, so then we will be...
So the very center of the action is where you're standing, facing the doorway.
Okay, cool.
And slept in a church nearby.
I think sometimes it feels like a joke. Like they look at us and they're like, oh, they're cute kids protesting. And I know that I am very powerful and young people are very powerful. We're making our way to Mitch McConnell's office right now. We have a bunch of Kentuckians behind us.
We need to take all of that private suffering and lay it at the doorstep of our politicians so they felt the urgency as well.
People across the country see that we have many Kentuckians here, that Kentuckians support the Green New Deal, and we're being ignored.
A habitable planet to raise our children with peace and dignity. That is all that we are asking for.
Just tell me what's going on, part of your story.
Whatever you did at the beginning.
Okay.
Whenever they tell us our opinions aren't as valid, that we're young and naive, it makes me so angry. It makes me just so frustrated, and I don't even know how to express how personal I take that. It's clear that he doesn't have the decency, the courage to look at us because he's pushing us out.
Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? The way on you at all. There's a way on you at all. There's a way on you at
all. For me, this is the only way to do it. Because this is what it takes to have a future for me.
It is young people that have taken up the mantle and led the way, and led with a moral voice and a sense of explicit urgency about what the moment calls for.
We see how many people we have, and they are afraid.
Yeah, they are. We're not looking at it from a place of, can we do this? Are we the right people? Is this the right time? Like, we have no other choice.
My state cannot lose here. It is life or death for Kentucky right now.
So we've made the Green New Deal the talk of the nation, and nobody thought that we would be able to do that.
We are making them face us. We are making them see the future. And we are making this issue an unavoidable political priority in this country. And you are a part of that.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.